Good evening, and welcome to the 1927 Club with myself and Mr. Rhys David Evans on a Boxing Day special. We won't keep you too long so you can get back to your Christmas festivities, but obviously we're here to review the game this afternoon. Cardiff 1, Exeter 0. How are we feeling, bud? Have you warmed up?
Still frozen.
Yeah,
3 points outside.
Bitterly cold in Cardiff this afternoon, but in fairness.
It was, to be fair. All morning as well. We were there early today, and it was freezing. I did not get warmer at all as the day went on either.
But a good result in the end, but obviously we'll dig deep and we'll go through it in a bit more detail in a second. But yeah, can't argue with their 3 points. But I mean, nice way to, nice late Christmas present, shall we say. Yeah,
December's been so poor for us in recent years. I think I see the stat for today: 2 Boxing Day wins in 25 years before today. So it's a massive one. And again, puts pressure on teams around us.
2012.
Says it all, doesn't it? I mean, December's been a brutal month for us in recent years. So it's nice to see us actually, it's a game every 3 or 4 days in this month. And to be fair, the players, it's been sort of same lineup in it. So to see the players come through another tough challenge now, injury-free as well, massive for us.
Obviously, before the game as well, his press conference midweek, he was saying that there's, 3 or 4 struggling to make the game due to illness, but I think they all featured today. I don't think there was anybody missing that he mentioned. Do you think any of that was mind games, or BBM seems cool, calm, and collected? I don't think he got. Do you think he got that in his locker playing mind games, or?
Well, we were talking about this before the game, and I was saying it's like because there's a game every 3 or 4 days, and the pressure's going to build, and some players are going to have an off day. And part of me, I said to the boys, I won't be surprised if it's a case of this will take the pressure off a few of them now. Like they say there's a bug in the camp, a few of them are not quite 100% right. If it was a bad game, it takes the pressure off. But then after look at the first half, you're kind of thinking maybe there is an illness going into the camp. Because the first half, they looked quite off it, didn't they?
Yeah.
So part of me then was thinking maybe that is 1 or 2 of them struggling a bit, but it could be a bit of both. It could be like one player's up injured or a bit of the sickness bug, say 3 or 4, take the pressure off the others. But yeah, I don't know. It might be mind games, I'm not sure.
No, I don't think he got it. Well, we're top of the league. We haven't got to play mind games, really. We're not chasing anybody down. So this, when I say that, and I go back to the Kevin Keegan interview years ago. You can remember that? I'd love it.
I would love it if you beat them.
Yeah, but all fun and games. So we'll start off at the back. Obviously, no Nathan Trott. Still missing from the side due to his knock against Chelsea. So obviously Matthew Turner in goal, no keeper on the bench either. How much do you think? Obviously we didn't have to use it today, but do you think Perry NG's back up? He's working on bits in training. Do you think? Or
I hate that. I absolutely hate the lot of keep on the bench. So I seen Tanner's on the bench today, right? And nothing is Tanner, but we see this last year. He's out for a long period of time. He gets brought back too soon. And he was nowhere near the fitness levels at the stand at the time. I just think he's just come back from injury now. Don't involve in the match squad. Get a keeper on it. Have him play a couple of under 23 games just to get his fitness back. I just think he's not going to feature unless you're 4 or 5 minutes up with 10 minutes to go. Then he might feature. Otherwise, he's not really going to come on, I don't think. So I just don't understand why he was on the bench for that. But it's good to see he is back involved though, because I think we have missed him in certain games.
Yeah, definitely. And I think obviously our wide men struggled at times today. I think somebody said in the WhatsApp group before the game started this morning that although they're towards the bottom, I think they're in the relegation zone now after today. But they had the best or third best defensive record in the league. And am I right in saying that?
Probably.
Exeter. I thought they made it very difficult for our wide men today. I think we messaged during the game as well, I think. And, we kept cutting inside and we just weren't getting much joy on them flanks.
I thought we struggled a bit until we scored the first goal. I think the first half Liverpool were with me. I thought the first half we looked well off it. The amount of times we took the ball wide and we sort of go for the cross, cut back, pass the ball back to the full back to the centre half, and the chance wasted. The second half, I thought we come at the traps flying a bit. And once we got that goal, I think there was gaps forming in the defence. And we exploited that quite well. I just don't think we made the most of it at all. But we, after scoring the first goal, we should have gone on and scored 2 or 3 more. And I think
I agree.
That's something we can work on because, again, we need to learn to kill teams off.
Yeah, no, you're right, but you're right. There's still, when it's still 1-0, you only need a freak pass, don't you? Or, a corner, something can happen from a corner and it's kind of game over type of thing. But, hey, we'll take it. Back four then, I think was unchanged. No, it wasn't unchanged, was it? Chambers come back in today with NG and Dylan Lawler and obviously Joel Bagan on the left. Happy with that back four's performance today? Got to be happy with a clean sheet, don't you?
I mean, Chambers looks like a totally different player to what he was last year. He looks a bit more commanding. I think he's timing himself better, challenging for balls as well. He does struggle now and again with the ball in the air. But again, and Dylan Lawler, man, what a player. Like, a ball player in centre-half who can carry the ball out as well. It's frustrating, though, because the amount of times he had to bring the ball forward into midfield because the lack of movement ahead of him was frustrating. But, I mean, that pass for Robertson, from a centre-half mind, no wonder there's reports that Vincent Kompany's looking at him. If he's doing this for us, like, do you mean, come on, what the player.
I think him and Will Fish have been working on that diagonal ball or the long balls over the top. I think they both got it in their locker, haven't they? And it's something perhaps that we haven't done much of, really, because, it's probably not in our game plan to do that. Is listening to Alex Robertson's press conference after the game, and he was saying about, Brian just wants us to keep hold of the ball, breaking teams down. And, when you've got 65, 70% possession, it must be a nightmare for the opposition, just forever chasing our ball,
Yes and no, because I think it's great to have a lot of possession and we get the ball, we move the ball well into the final third. It's the final third we seem to be drilled into us not to give the ball away. Don't cross it, look for the pass. And sometimes the cross is on, you have to put the ball in the box. And I think that's what fans find frustrating, but you can't complain when you want to win games. It's just sometimes you're thinking, it's like, for the game, say now, start again, they're doing warm-ups. You've got the full-backs and the wingers doing crossing drills. I mean, and our forward players are taking practice shots out of the area. One, we don't shoot shots of the area, very rarely. And two, we very rarely cross the ball in the box. So it is frustrating sometimes. But again, if you win the games, why would you more? Why would you complain?
That's it, yeah. I think it was a frustrating watch your first half. Like you said, I don't think we put the ball in the box hardly at all. And I think then second half, we done it, but the crosses were so deep. I think a couple of them went out for goal kicks type of thing. And yeah, just they weren't on the money today for whatever reason. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, we've won 1-0. I wanted to mention Matt Turner as well. Obviously, he hasn't played much this season. Started the first game against Peterborough. But come in today, again, with Trott being out. Clean sheet for him. It doesn't look as comfortable with the ball at his feet as Mr. Trott, does he?
No. Again, it doesn't matter who your number 2 is. When you've got to play like Trott performing the way he performs, you get nervous whenever that player is not playing. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who's your backup. You do automatically get nervous because Trott has shown himself to be, let's be honest, by far the best keeper in this league. And I think we all feel we do give chances away, a lot of chances to opposition teams. We do. And Trott has kept us in games so often this season. So it is a bit, you do worry a bit, but I thought, he was right. He was, he's not, like I said, it's not as good. His distribution isn't as good. But for me, a keeper's job is to keep the ball at the net. If he can do that, I don't care about distribution. If he can do the main thing. But to be fair, he did it. Yeah,
and I was chuffed for him that they managed to keep a clean sheet today. Fair play. When we're talking about goalkeepers, their goalkeeper had a lot more to do than perhaps, not much more, I don't suppose, but I don't think Turner was called upon too much. There was a couple of blocks from defenders in front of him in the second half, but I thought their goalkeeper had a couple of decent saves as well, stopped us going further ahead.
Yeah, we were saying about how short the keeper looked at one point. Because he did look like quite a small guy. And the free kick, I think, the first half, top corner, how he saves that, fair play to him. Second half as well. Hit the post. I think it was at the bar or just went over. Mad scramble. Like he kept him in it, to be fair.
Yeah. Obviously, goal scorer, Mr. Alex Robertson, outstanding today, I thought. I thought the midfield worked quite well together, to be fair. And we start to seeing him come back to his best, I think. Obviously, been out for a long time, struggled to get back into the team for whatever reason. If you listen to his press conference after the game, it's quite interesting, really, as to why he was out. He didn't really go into too much detail, but I think he had to earn his right to be back in the squad, and fair enough. But what was your overall opinion of his performance today?
Outstanding. I think he's my preferred choice in the number 8 role ahead of Turnbull. I think it's Turnbull, but I think Robertson looks forward. He looks to pass the ball through the lines a lot more. He's always looking ahead. He's comfortable on the ball as well. He's calm with it. I just think he makes his late runs like he did today now and got in behind the defender.
What a finisher, by the way, as well. To take that down and finish it as well. Outstanding.
Takes the ball down well. First touch, away from the defender and put it in the net. That was outstanding today. Really good. Our special shout as well to Kellerman. I thought he won the show in the 10 today. Kellerman was absolutely brilliant. Everything went through him. One point, I think it was the second half, he was saying there's 3 men on him. He was blind the pass them like they weren't even there. You can see Chelsea paying that money for him.
Yeah.
It's gutted that it's taken this long to see the best of Kellerman. When we don't know if his loan spell is going to end now in January or if they're going to let us extend.
Is that his best position playing there rather than out on the wing? I think, without question, he's, like you said, he bossed that game today. He looks so dangerous with space in front of him, didn't he?
Yeah, I think when you're on the wing, there's only one way to go. You either cut this side or go forward, really. But, you cut this side all the time. When you're on the 10, you can go left, right, you go with the middle. And I thought, you give him a little bit of space, he takes a mile to me. You give him a yard, he takes a mile. He was outstanding at 10. I thought he linked the play well with the wide men. I thought he brought Isaac into play quite a few times. I thought he was brilliant as well, Isaac. 60 minutes, he was outstanding. The pace again. And that's something we miss when he goes off, is the pace, Ed. But yeah, Kellerman, I just saw you run the show today. And the 10 is his position.
Yeah. Again, I thought Ashford was decent. Obviously cuts back in on that left foot. And I think we're all screaming to shoot. But like you said, they don't shoot from outside the box very, very rarely, do they?
Yeah, they always look for that one more pass. And again, you understand this sometimes because they are trying to work the ball in the box into goal score positions. But when you see the goals we concede, it's always a pot shot taken from somewhere. It's a deflection, it bounces to the right player. You just think if we did have it more, maybe we'd get 1 or 2 extra goals. So, but again, when you win the games, you can't really complain.
No. Obviously, Yusuf Saleh up top. I thought his goal that he had ruled out was a bit harsh. I don't think it was offside. It was for pulling one in or grab.
We could see it. We could see it our end. It looked like he just out-muscled the defender.
Yeah, I thought it was very soft, considering the amount of free kicks, or the lack of free kicks we have against him for being pulled from pillar to post. I thought it was a soft one, really, to be honest. But again, I haven't seen the replay of it. It was only from what I could see sat in the stadium this afternoon. But it'd be interesting to have a look at the replay, actually, because I thought he done well to get into that position and obviously toe poke the kind of past the keeper, then just to have it ruled out. But yeah, disappointing. But there we go. Right, let's jump into the chat and see who's with us. Bear with me when I navigate through this. I don't know if you know this woman, but do you?
The mother.
Lorna Evans, Reese's #1 fan.
The only one.
Yeah. Is it right? Lorna goes on to say then, is it right? That's the first win on a Boxing Day for a long time. Yes. 2012 was the last one, Lorna. Jonathan says, is it that cold in Swansea, Reese? Is that why Swansea had no fans today? They were all in their caravans to keep warm.
To be fair, I'm also watching Cardiff play. They couldn't watch a real team, they did.
I'm not saying anymore about that. Interesting that BBM went public in telling Lola that he's better off staying put to get first team football. clearly some clubs must have made contact for that to come out. I think he was asked the question in the press conference about the rumours this week of Bayern Munich getting involved. And I think he pretty much said, the boy's young. We can give him first-team football here at the moment. A lot of players go on to these, bigger clubs then perhaps, and perhaps don't feature for 2 or 3 years. But at the moment, he's a Cardiff fan. He loves Cardiff. He's enjoying being in the first-team squad, and he's playing regular. So obviously we've tied him down to a longer contract. So if he does go, it's going to cost someone. But how can I just find it hard if somebody like Bayern Munich come knocking? How can we refuse that? Or how can he say no to that?
A few things here though is right. So obviously they can't make contact with the player. They have to speak to the club before they make any sort of contact with the player, as it goes. The worrying thing for as an outsider, say I'm not a Cardiff fan, would be there's been players in the past. I think was it something Jennings years ago left travelling over to Bayern Munich, never played for him. They went out there, didn't come close, ended up back in lovely football. League One. So League One to the Bundesliga is a massive jump, right? Me personally, if as a Cardiff fan, for the bet now, I wouldn't want him to go to something like Bayern Munich because if you go to the very top, say from Cardiff, there's pointless putting a selling clause on. Because after Bayern Munich, the only place to go upwards is going to be Madrid. Do you know what I mean? So if you sell to a Dortmund or you sell to a club that does develop youngsters and sell on for bigger money again, that's where you make your money in the sell-on clauses. I don't want him going to Bayern Munich. I want him to be selfish. I want him to stay Cardiff, get to the Premier League, captain the Premier League. But again, if a club comes in for £30 million, which is what we got to start being serious about now, because if you could spend £15 million on Joe Prue, was it? 15 million from Leeds or whatever. Is that worth it? Is Joe Roden really £15 million to Spurs? Come on. Lawler's 10 times the player he is. So I'm slapping a silly money on it. And again, he's under contract with us. No offense. If we say no, it's no.
Yeah, no, I agree. How much has Vincent Kompany been speaking to Mr. Craig Bellamy, do you think?
Well, it does come across quite often, doesn't it? Things like certain Cardiff players are linked to certain clubs after Bellamy spoke to someone else. And sometimes it does feel like he's a case of you need to leave Cardiff. It might not be that way, but it comes across like that as fans. So I don't know if it is not a vendetta, but a grudge maybe. But even if it's a case, I don't give a fuck. I'll see. If you want Dylan Lawler, cough up the big money or piss off. As simple as that. Don't waste the boys' time. Don't waste our time. Either come up with the big bucks or cough somewhere else.
So Sai needs to cut that little statement out now and post that all over socials, and hopefully Bayern Munich will catch wind of that, and you'll get a bit of credit for it then. But happy days.
Let's be honest, it's not as if the Germans ever gone mad before, have or anything. So.
Jonathan Mordecai says Tanner's been on the bench for the last 2 games. Could be a way of reintegrating him back into the team, getting him involved. Yeah, like you said, it's a strange one, really. Obviously, he's integrated into the team in training, 5 or 6 times a week, isn't he? So it's a weird one. But
yeah, we seen it last year, especially towards the end of the season when he came back after a long injury out. When he did come on, he was so off the pace. It was, I won't say it cost us, but it was like playing with 10 players sometimes. And it wasn't his fault. He wasn't match fit. He just sold in the deep end. I'd want him to be involved with a few of the under-23 games just to get some fitness in his legs and use that space to put a keeper on the bench, personally.
Yeah. Lona is looking forward to Monday night's game. Wrap up warm, Lone. It'll be bloody freezing. Evening, Paul. How are we, buddy? Gavin says, Stevenage on Monday will be a hard game. Bit like today. They have only let in 15 goals all season. Will they come and try and play football, or will they park the bus 10 players behind the ball? I'm not sure. I can't remember. I know we didn't play them that long ago away. I think that was a scruffy 1-0 win, wasn't it, I think?
Robo scored, didn't he?
Yes. So it'll be interesting to see, their tactics coming to Cardiff City Stadium on Monday. are they going to come and try and play, or are they going to, kind of sit back and invite us, to attack them type of thing. So be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think they try to play the counter. They play a back five with wing backs. I think they'll play the counter. We got a wider pitch, so we'll try to be more expansive. They'll try and drop in deep for the extra man. I think if we got a chance, we literally got to put the ball in the box and hope, try to get into things. If you get one goal, then all of a sudden, I want to see the floodgates open, but then once they go goal down, it becomes a case of they'll push an extra man forward, they'll leave a man forward, there will be spaces open up like today now after we score the first. Gaps start opening up with their defence, and we just got to be ready to exploit it.
Yeah, agreed. Jonathan just confirms there that Exeter had the third best defensive record before today. Yeah, Lorna Evans says, hopefully a better atmosphere. So I don't think we mentioned this. I think we talked about this before we come on live.
Yeah.
The official attendance today was 22,291. From where you were sat, you seem to think that probably weren't that. Obviously, the season ticket goes into that as well. But the atmosphere seemed pretty flat here today, but didn't it? It wasn't as loud as what it perhaps normally is. It
was dreadful, the atmosphere. We're the back the can't dance. We try and get a chance to go when we do. And there was nothing today. There was no one was joining the chanting. There was hardly a chance going off. There was the odd, last Christmas with the Sol Bamba thing. The drum was going off at one point and no one was singing. And then you had two defenders Canton trying to get a chant going, both different songs. No one joined in with either. It was just so bad today, was the atmosphere. And again, it's Boxing Day. It might be a case of people are tired, people are just not up for it, but I thought the atmosphere was really poor today. And I've seen better atmospheres where there's a lot less fans there. It just...
Yeah, fair play to the Exeter fans travelling up as well. I know it's probably one of the shorter away trips that they're going to make. Also, they got Plymouth. I don't think they see eye to eye very much, from some of the chants they were shouting about Plymouth Argyle. But I think there was over 1,500 of those travel up, and they were fairly vocal throughout, weren't they?
Yeah, we were speaking to Exeter fans for the game, funny enough. And to be fair, they did say they travel quite well. I think there's 3,000 of them going to Man City in the Cup. I think they said they took 900 of them to Wimbledon. And again, people like to criticise, call other clubs or small clubs and stuff. A fair play to, a team, 900 fans go into, from Exeter to, Wimbledon. So it's not that far, but still, 900 fans, it's good turnout for them. And again, 1,000 fans, good turnout. They were loud in parts. I just thought, but again, I thought today was a very poor atmosphere generated. And it doesn't help, does it? When you've got the family stand next to the way end. And the size of the segregation between the two sets of supporters. The Chelsea game showed we can be next to each other, there's no trouble. But for Exeter, you have to have a massive separation. No atmosphere. It's just killing us, it is.
Yeah, for the Chelsea game, the only gap was like a steward, basically. It was... Yeah. There wasn't a gap, was it?
And there was zero trouble. Nothing. And it was a good atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere. But they look at saying now, there's massive sections of areas. No, there's no one there. It's been separated for the fans. I think, come on, man, sort it out. It's killing the atmosphere. We're a promotion chasing side.
Gavin Callan says Chambers looks undroppable for me at the moment. From where he was to where he is at the moment, he's like a different player. His confidence has gone through the roof, I think, and he is providing to be a leader at the back for me. Again, he's quite comfortable taking the ball forward, and I think you said earlier, perhaps doesn't look as comfortable in the air at times, but he's definitely upped his game and shows how professional he is, really. His experience of perhaps over the years, maybe, not being in teams all the time, and how much you've had to knuckle down and work at it, to get back in the team. But he's been outstanding for me.
Yeah, early on the first half, he threw his body on the line to stop a shot. I think it does help having a very mobile centre-half next to you as well. Last year, it was him on Gutas, and to be fair, he wouldn't say either very mobile or quick, coming back and stuff. I think once today, they tried to beat him with the ball over the top today, but they were flagged offside. But again, when you've got Lola, who's got the pace and the legs, who can't get back and forth, it does help. But yeah, I thought Chambers, again, another great game for him. And Last
And
season was very
it's
critical.
got to be good for the like Dylan Lawler then, right? Obviously, the last couple of games he's made a mistake. That pass in the Chelsea game, and I think he made a mistake in the last game as well. To see what kind of Chambers has gone through and the kind of scrutiny he was put under, and then to see how he's come back and he's come back into the fold and how strong he is now, that's got to be another good thing for a youngster to be able to look at and learn from, really.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good to see as well. Lawler does make a mistake against Chelsea. No one mourns, no one blames him. There's nothing because he's a Cardiff youngster. I think when you look at Chambers last year, it's someone who played for Arsenal, for Villa, and England Cup. But you're thinking he doesn't look like nobody the standard last year. But whatever's happened is this season. It's night and day. He's a different person. He looks more commanding at the back. And the problem is he has one good game and he gets dropped. He does. Not saying he should play every game, but it's even harder to build momentum when you get dropped after a good performance. So all credit to Chambers for this year. He's one of the most improved players from last year for me, and it's all credit to him.
Yeah, fair play. Vincent, good evening, my friend. Jonathan says, nice to see players can still mix it up. We won't beat everyone the pretty way. We need to win ugly on times. 100% agree with you, mate. It's a long old season, 46 games. And yeah, couldn't agree more with that statement. But Paul, so many games this season, we dominate play. But when we have the amounts of possession, we see to create half chances or forward, backwards or switch and try the other wing and repeat, rave and repeat. Any chance we buy another striker in January? I think Jonathan goes on to say then this Enquiries was in the stands today, so that'll be interesting.
We don't buy no one in January.
What's that?
We won't buy no one. It'll be loans that come in, I think.
Yeah. But do you see him this youngster then coming straight in and being thrown straight into the mix? I don't think he's the same. He's not a big boy, is he? I don't think, from what I remember. He's more like Robbo than he is Saleh, I believe. Well,
again, I can see why we want to get him because when a target man isn't working, you do want a natural number 9, the poacher, off the shoulder of the last defender, run on the end of things, and you've got the players who can unlock defences, to feed balls into something like that. Don't worry, but I know people have said he can play wide left, he can play wide right. My only concern is, does that mean we're losing Kellerman? Is that him? Does that mean he's going back then and this is who's coming to replace him? If I had a pick, I want to keep Kellerman because I think he's forming such a good partnership with some of the players now and he's flourishing under this BBM style. It's a risk bringing someone new into it. The hopes they pick up and then kick goals straight away.
The thing is, you say new as well, but obviously he's been involved and he probably played with a lot of the boys, the younger boys in Cardiff, because we sold him to Man United, didn't we?
Yes, but he wouldn't have played in the style of football BBM likes.
Yeah,
so that might be new to him, and it might be a case of then learning how BBM wants him to play, and then because he's not playing much first team men's football, it might take him 5 or 6 games to get match sharpness and stuff. But again, it's nice to have another option off the bench as a striker if you can keep Kellerman as well. Because I reckon he can feed balls to and he can get off the shoulder of the last defender, get on the end of things. And now, if he gets a couple of games, 1 or 2 goals as well, it's another nice option to have to come off the bench as well. Like,
yeah, no, agreed. Jonathan says, "Don't worry, Reece, your favourite player, Horvath, is back in January. Going to pick him up, but
football friend. Can't wait. Who needs anything thought?"
Gav says, was that Bagan's 5th yellow card today and rules him out of Monday's game at home? It was his 5th yellow card, mate, but all the things have changed now, so he'll get a ban now if he gets to 10 yellow cards, but I wouldn't bet against that with young Joel either. He likes a yellow card, doesn't he?
It was ridiculous, wasn't it? It was a throw in. I think it was. And the ref flew up, told him he was time wasted. Like, come on, ref. I mean, some of the fouls today are Salek and stuff, and the ref doesn't blow up. I am getting sick to death of some of the referees starting League One. And when you're top of the league and you're winning most weeks, it seems strange to more about the ref after the games, but still, they're so poor.
Yeah. Sales, good evening. She says, hi, hope you had a good Christmas. 3 points today. That's what matters. We will be top for the new year. Let's finish the year with a win. Yeah, 100% agree. Jonathan just confirms that comment regarding the yellow card. Paul says, Bagan man of the match, but Robertson was a close one too. Thought they both had good games. Who would you have given the man of the match award to, Bud, if you had the opportunity?
Kellerman. I thought everything went through him today. He took us forward. I thought he was outstanding. I got to say, he was brilliant today. But then again, you look at Lawler's performance and the assist. Robertson then has a performance and a goal. But yeah, for me, it was Kellerman. But I can see why others are picking the likes of Robertson or Bagan or Lawler and stuff. I can understand why.
Gavin says, Ruben who? Obviously, Ruben's out till end of February, March time. I think it's just a credit to the guys we've got in the squad and BBM and the way he's got on playing that, we haven't really missed Ruben being out there, really. I thought we might miss his press and his energy and the amount of running he does, but at the moment, mate, we're touch wood is, we're coping well without him, mate, aren't we?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good problem to have for when he comes back. He's going to have competition. Because I'm not saying, again, we say this all the time, but it's not saying that he didn't have the competition before, so he didn't have to increase his game and everything. But now when he got someone like Kellerman who's doing it week in, week out for us at a 10, maybe, it means he's got up his game in training and he's got to push himself even more. And that'll benefit us, having players competing with each other all the time, betting themselves to play there.
Yeah. Sue says, I'm pretty sure we have 15 different goal scorers this season, not even halfway through the season. I'm not sure the exact figure, but I know it's pretty close to something like that. Sue, you're right. It's a change, but isn't it? From
it's nice to see so many goals.
Yeah.
I was saying today, now, how nice is it to actually go to a game saying, we're going to win today. Oh, we can beat these. Oh, we should walk past these. It's nice winning games again.
Yeah. Jonathan says the goal getting ruled out looked very soft, especially as Exeter were nudging players off the ball all game and nothing given. Yes.
I think the referee panicked a bit. And he thought, if I give this a go now, I'm in trouble. I'll just blow up and hope for the best. And again, that's what happened. It's happened a lot in this league. The refs are unsure and they just, I don't want to make mistakes, so I'm just blowing up now and just giving it to the opposition.
Yeah. Last comment, and we're going to jump to a video and then we'll come back into the comments. Paul says, I'd like to see Isaac Davis play through the middle or next to Saleh. I think at times he's wasted out on the wing. What's your opinion on that, Bert?
His pace is blistering, to be fair, and he's getting beyond the defender so often. The biggest compliment I give him is when he goes off, you really see how much we miss him. Because the amount of times, say, being gets the ball and you look at the Willock going, go forward, make a run. But he just stands there with the ball because he hasn't got the pace. But if that's Isaac, he's gone. And the ball over the top is into space for him, man. I'd like to see him for the middle, but I do think defenders would kick the shit out of him, to be fair. Saleh takes it, to be fair, doesn't he? Saleh, he gets kicked all over the place, but he holds the ball up well. I think they target Isaac Davis and they'll go for his legs, I think. So my only concern is that, as a 10, maybe, you can play as a 10/inside forward, false number 9, when he makes the run in behind with his pace. Maybe that works. But then you do lose a bit of creativity from the natural 10 we have. I think Kellerman or others a player.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right, jump into the video. We'll be back to answer more questions in the chat. So see you in a minute.
Christmas is coming, and let's be honest, so is the stress. Family are popping over, friends are dipping in, and suddenly you're noticing everything that needs cleaning. The carpets, the oven, the bits you've been putting off all year round. But that's where How Low Services come in. They take the pressure off with one-off or regular domestic cleans, oven cleaning, carpet cleaning, steam cleaning, fumigation or sanitisation, so your home feels fresh, clean and guest ready. No panic cleaning, no late nights, just a home that you can be proud to open the door to. They cover all of South Wales area. How Low Services are reliable, professional, and they are here when you need them most. So this Christmas, you can focus on your guests, your family, and the moments that really matter the most. Let How Low Services handle the clean. Book now via their Facebook page or on WhatsApp using the number below, and enjoy a stress-free Christmas.
Yeah, thanks to How Low Services there for sponsoring the show. Much appreciated. When we're talking about, obviously, Bossman just done that video there. There's a great video that's been put out on socials over the Christmas period on Dave Jones. It's a good insight on his time at Cardiff. So if you do get a chance to have a little look at that, go on to Cardiff City World and have a little look through that. Is a great insight. Great manager, wasn't he? And yeah, it was great that Si could have the opportunity to interview him.
Yeah, again, listening to him talk about how he signed a young winger in Peter Whittingham, I thought he'd be better through the middle. And listening to things like that, I mean, how a manager looks at a player and goes, he's good there, but he could be better here. I thought it was a great interview, to be honest. I love Dave Jones' time. I mean, it's my favourite time supporting Cardiff back then. We had no money at the club. We signed players like 275,000, Roger Johnson from Wickham, who League Two. You're thinking, who have we signed? And he becomes a character and a massive player for us. You know, Ricky Schumacher on a free, Darren Purse. The Chopra, £500,000 after a loan spell. Jay Both, players that are unwanted everywhere else. And they come here and it just worked. And Dave Jones' time was the best for me. I know people always say, we didn't get promoted under him, right? I've seen this in the Premier League. I can't stand it. It's boring. It's the chase I love. And to be fair, Dave Jones gave me that chase every single season. And there's nothing beats it.
Surprised he never went on and got back into football. He I know he had the odd job here and there, but nothing afterwards, was it really?
I know he was Sheffield Wednesday after this. I know he ended up at Hartlepool. Something happened at Hartlepool. I don't know what happened there. But you just look at the job he did at Cardiff, and I know we've heard stories about how every single transfer window, a Premier League club will come in for Peter Whittingham and come to us, and you go, no, I'm happy I'm staying here. I'm surprised every time a manager was sacked in the Premier League, the relegation sort of team, how no one came in and went, oh, Dave, come here instead. Because again, the job he was doing, he was having to sell players every year, his best player every year, £5 million he had to raise every single season. And he would go out and sign someone else as well, sign another 2 players. The job he did was outstanding, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today. You look at the foundations he laid for us. Malky would never get promoted if we had James Jones before him, because the foundations he laid to the club before it.
So if we get a chance, have a look at that video. It's a good insight to his time at Cardiff. It's definitely worth a watch. I don't know what to make of this comment, really. Halftime Oranges. Can we do an East 17 Christmas song for Dylan Lola? Stay Another Day, featuring Reese, Si, Matt and Evan.
Do we get the White Winter Coats paid for, or do we have to buy ourselves?
Paul, Tanner's going to get more minutes than Robertson, and Tanner's been out with that injury. Don't jump on the bandwagon, Paul. Don't do it, my friend. Yeah,
maybe this is why Bianchieri's coming in. Maybe they are looking to offload Robertson. I don't know. It's surprising he didn't come on today, if I'm honest now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I know with the contributions he's making when he comes off the bench, he's a team player. He's when the youngsters goes off, he's the first over to hug the youngsters, to check on them. Brilliant off the pitch. Yeah. I'd like to see a bit more on the pitch, but then again, it is hard when you're playing 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It's a tough one.
Jonathan says, shows we don't get the same luck as the big clubs. Martinez handled the ball in the box blatantly, but VAR rules no handball, no penalty. VAR is that a Man United game, is it?
VAR are an absolute joke, honest to God.
Reese, what did you say your brother bought from B&M and made you stop for again?
He said we had to go to B&M to pick up something important. Ended up picking up cotton earbuds and brown sauce.
What a combination.
I don't know where. We spent about half hour in the mine, got down the same aisles.
That doesn't surprise me with Jamie, to be honest, man. He's a big
honestly.
Evening, gents. Missed the game, but saw the highlights. What a goal. Not sure how much of the squad were available for selection, but pulled a result when needed. Everybody was available, Ev. We were talking about that right at the beginning. Yeah, apart from Drott. Gavin Kellan says apparently there's only 400 tickets have been sold for the away end for Monday against Stevenage.
It's a night game. It's a Monday night game. That's the strange thing. People are back in work as well, do you mean? So this is a tough one, especially for Christmas, where there's so much football going on. You got to show respect to the fans who do travel, because it's a lot of money going to games and stuff happening in the country following the club. Like, so that's off fans who are coming here. And hopefully,
fair play to. Go on, sorry.
I'd say hopefully they come to Cardiff now on Monday, see us score 7 past them. I say they see a couple of goals and then go happy, can't they?
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, I think Brian Barry Murphy said in his press conference after the game as well, that the crowd today was fantastic, great numbers type of thing, and he hopes for more of the same on Monday. But he kind of knows, he says as well, that obviously it's a difficult time of year, and he appreciates it's expensive and this, that, and the other. So I just think if we can get similar numbers here Monday night under the lights, it'll be a good effort. Fair play.
Do you ever disappoint you when you see the lack of anything from the club to fans as a thank you? Like, you do see like all these clubs going, no, we've got away today, so as a thank you from the club, there's a free drink or pint and a burger or something.
With the cold weather now, put a scarf and our seat ready for us, like.
Oh, that again, huh? Girl. But again, I like to think that clubs would do something as a thank you for coming and supporting us over this period. I don't know. I just think it should be a bit more.
Free cup of Bovril or something.
Free hot drink for every fan that goes today. And or free soft drink for the children or something. Again, it's not going to cost a lot of money, but it's something that would go a long way with the fans and going, the club cares, that I care.
Yeah, interesting, but I doubt it'll happen though.
No, same.
Jonathan says he thinks Biancheri replaces Nayakawa, who goes on loan. Let me get more options, because also you can play across the front three. Yes, could be a very good shout, John.
I think a few go alone in January, if I'm honest with you. I think a few go out.
Yeah, this has been interesting. Jonathan says about Kiona Tete. Rotherham are trying to send a Tete back as well. So Lorna will be happy as Reese when Hovarth is back.
Again, we make jokes because I wasn't a fan of Hovarth, right? And it's nothing personal. I just don't think it worked out for us. And unfortunately, it's not worked out to Sheffield Wednesday either. I've seen some of the comments that your fans are making. I don't blame him. I think it's a tough situation we put into. A team fighting relegation, a defence sounds leaky, and he's no offence, he's nowhere near the standard we wanted, and it's not his fault. Thank him for all his contributions and the things he did well as the club. It's time to move on, though. It is time to move on. And there's nothing else you can do, really. It's pointless him coming back, being a third choice keeper, because in my opinion, Turner's ahead of him. And I wouldn't want to see Turner get dropped from the bench for Hovarth, because I think Turner's development will push him on well beyond his career past where Hovarth got to.
Would you be under the same thinking then with Kiona Tete if he was to come back in January?
Well, again, his role is the same as Salek's role. And again, if you compare them, his apples and oranges, Salek looks like a proper striker. Nothing against Kiona Tete, but for the 2-3 years we've seen him start up top for us, how often was he on the floor, hands in the air, whinging? I don't think BBM would be happy with that. I think he'd get wound up and take him off. Nothing against Kiona Tete either. It didn't work out for us. It's not worked out at Rotherham. Another player, maybe we should look to move on. I'm surprised he gave him a 2-year deal, if I'm honest to. But I'd much rather see one of the youngsters give him a chance ahead of him, if I'm honest to. I just don't think he offers us enough. And again, it's not his fault. I just don't think it worked out. Thank him for what he's offered us. Move on in January if you can. Newport players. Nothing against him, but don't give him a go alone if we have to, if we've got to get game time.
Yeah. 0-0 draw today. Kind of stopped the rot there a little bit, maybe.
They've gone anyway, let's be honest. There's only one club in Wales that people know about.
This is probably one of the most diehard fans who follows the city home and away every game without fail. We take it, lads. Good thing is we ground out the result. Great to see Gavin Ray after the game. Yeah, he was down for Christmas dinner with Alex, I think. Jonathan says, Nayakawa, Giles and Mafiko are going out on loan, possibly more younger players as well to gain experience.
I think Rindolph gets recalled in January. I think Rindolph goes elsewhere as well, if I'm honest with you.
Is that because Newport will want him there, or do you think we need to have him at does he go to another League 2 club, do you think? Or
a few things. One, I think he needs to go to a club that creates chances. No offense to Newport, but let's be honest, they don't look like they're going to score a goal at half time. They look shoddy. I think they've seen them score from the halfway line last week. That Leicester boy on them scored from the halfway line. Brilliant goal, but they don't create enough chances to me.
They scored goals at the Cardiff City Stadium, mind.
Well, it's good one, and it was a Cardiff City product to score from. But let's be honest, that's all they've done this year. They'll be in the conference next year going, we beat Cardiff, didn't we? We embarrassed ourselves in the league. We're the worst club in the Football League, but at least we beat Cardiff. Come on.
This one's been a bit of a weird one. I know this. I still don't know what the issue was, but obviously he's been away from the squad for quite a while. But Jack Alnwick apparently is back in training. And Jonathan says, I have him ahead of Hovarth. So Hovarth would be fourth choice keeper. I would agree with that as well.
Yeah, so I think Hovarth goes back to America in January. It says a lot, mind right, when I think we had I think it was a Luton fan was on me, and he said, we won promotion with Luton, and they weren't happy with him. They didn't feel comfortable with him. I seen a couple of Forest fans say the same thing. They weren't comfortable with him. It's come to us. We weren't quite impressed with some of the performances. Sheffield Wednesday fans haven't been impressed. Maybe it's a lot to ask for someone to move countries, move continents to play football, be so far away from your family all the time. Maybe he goes back to America. Maybe he has a great career in America, and if he does, all the best to him. But it didn't work out with us.
Yeah. No, agreed. Right, just before we start wrapping up, a couple of things just to mention. If you do want to become a member of Cardiff City World, you can do and support the channel by scanning the QR code in the top corner, or you can join via the Cardiff City World YouTube channel. Follow the information on there for the price of a cup of coffee every month. Like I said, you can help support the channel. If you can do that, would be much appreciated. I'm going to try and get a banner going across the bottom. There it is. No, it's not. There it is. It's not very good tonight. I don't know where. There it is. A couple of other things to mention as well. Sai will be releasing a video tomorrow. 5 things we've learned from beating Exeter today. And also then tomorrow night live, Mr. Rob Boyle is with a Stevenage fan called Luca. So obviously, you on with him tomorrow night as well?
I thought you were on with him.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see then. We'll see what happens. But yes, so that's planned tomorrow night. Rob and Luca are going to look at the game on Monday evening. Yeah, again, it's going to be a tough one Monday, but I know like today's out of the way. 1-0 keeps that. Was it 5 or 6 home wins on the bounce now? 5, I think it was, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah, I think it's about 5.
5
but again,
games.
No easy games in this. No easy games in football in general. Let's be honest. I mean, if there was, Chelsea would have had to bring on £200 million to beat us, would they? So there's no easy games in football. It's a credit to the players. How unfit we were last season to seeing like Joe Bagan playing it was the 31st game I think we played. Said earlier. I mean, he's played I think nearly every single game, and he does not look tired. He must be shattered, but he doesn't show it. I followed quite a few of them. Like Salek playing most games, he gets kicked all over the place. Doesn't moan, doesn't win. Doesn't go down looking for free kicks too easy. He must be black and blue on his legs. And to be fair, he's still going. So complete respect for the players for doing this now. 31 games and it's only December. I mean, I think we've got the rest of the season to go as well now. Another 20 league games to go.
Yeah, it's is incredible, really. You think, we're not at the end of December yet, and we've already played 31 games, which is a bit bonkers, really. But I suppose the joys of being in the lower leagues, mate. Hopefully we can get promoted. That's the plan. And, we'll have the Virtue Cup then. Obviously,
exactly.
We'll hope for runs in the other ones, maybe. But,
the FA Cup, then.
Yeah, I think the end goal is obviously to get promoted back to the Championship, and if we can deliver that, then I think everybody would be happy, whether that means we play 50 games, 55 games, whatever it's going to be, and so be it. But yeah, just echo what you said, especially Joel Bagan. Like you said, he's played the majority of games. I think he might have missed 1 or 2 here and there, but he's put in a hell of a shift, and I can't praise him any more than I have probably in most shows, really, because I think he goes under the radar, and he's probably not underrated, because I think a lot of people we talk to and, people say things in the comments and things, he is, very well thought of, but I just think he's not a fancy player, is he? But he does everything well.
Underappreciated, I think, yeah. And I think I've seen so many pictures now on Christmas of children having their shirts and Bagel on the back. I think that says it all. Like, if you run 90 minutes non-stop, right, if you put your body through a brick wall for the club, the fans will take to you, the fans will love you. And he's done it every single game. He runs through a brick wall non-stop, and he's going forward, and he's busting the gut to get back then, and he's busting the gut to get forward again. And things like that sometimes don't get noticed or appreciated, but this is why the fans love him, I think, because of what he does on the pitch and the effort, and this is... I can see why he's becoming a fan favourite.
Yeah, 100%. Josh opened one of his presents yesterday with a Bagan number 3 on the back, so he was happy he had that on today. It was a bit... Normally, when we score, he's kind of coats off, tops off, but I think it was a bit cold today, so he was quite reluctant to do it today. But, I thought it was great that, he hasn't gone for like a Ruben Caldwell 10. He's got another shirt with Ruben Caldwell on, but the ones that he would normally... choose then, shall we say, he's gone for one that he shows himself type of thing. So I really like that as well. So, and that's, credit to what Joel Bagan's doing for us. What do you think on Monday, Embert? Another tight-knit game, do you think?
See, I always say 3-0, and to be fair, I don't think we've had many 3-0s, if any. It's one of those where if you get an early goal, I think gaps form in the defence and you couldn't get a second or third. But it's a tough team. But we are home, and the home support hopefully will get the boys going. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 win if I'm honest. I'll go 3-0 again.
I'm going to go for a scruffy 1-0 win. But yeah, I hate 1-0. I absolutely hate it.
I do.
The game's never over until he blows our whistle, is it? So
we give teams a chance. That's a problem, don't we? 1-0.
And that's the way that BBM is playing football is so attacking. You make a little error and you are going to give those teams opportunities now. And I think is just grateful. Not grateful. That is the right word, I suppose. But I suppose, we've been lucky, really. The standard that we've come up against so far perhaps hasn't been, we made mistakes against Chelsea and we got punished for it.
Yeah.
And in League One, perhaps, the standard is not as great, and that's no disrespect to any of the teams we've played. But, the idea you go up them divisions, those chances are not going to get missed, are they?
Yeah, I think there was the Chambers slight mistake against Doncaster. Their player goes through, misses the target. Aaron Colony, Leighton Orient. 3 times, I think, he went through 1-on-1. He scored one of them, missed 2 of them, thanks to Trott. So yeah, it's you do give other teams in the Championship will punish you a lot more. I do think though in the Championship teams will set out to play against us more, which will open the pitch up a bit more and will suit us a lot more. I think teams do a lot of counter-attacking against us. They do kind of sit in, try and play defensive, and they, like Lee Grant said, Cardiff concede more chances than anyone else in the counter-attack, and you can see why the centre halves go to the half line. But again, if you go up, you're playing against teams that look at playing football. They're going to leave spaces. It's going to be easier to defend against in some regards, and easier to attack against because they're not going to be just 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Did you see the Wrexham Sheffield United score after?
5-3. To be fair, what great turnaround from them, mind. I seen Oxford won it.
3-1 down after 26 minutes, I think you were.
Oxford won their game today, which is massive because it drags the Jacks back into a bit of a scrap.
But they let me down on my accumulator. 7 teams, and they were the team that let me down.
Well, do you not bet on them to lose?
What's that?
Do you not bet on the Jacks to lose?
No, Oxford beating
right.
Southampton.
All right, yeah.
Southampton.
It's a strange one about sacking Gary Rowell because he's the kind of manager you want to hire to keep you up, especially around January coming up now as well when you got a chance to bring 1 or 2 players in. Surprising, but again, can you imagine if the Jacks go down, we go up? Newport out the league. Come on.
What have Oxford announced another manager then, or is just a caretaker in there at the moment?
Caretaker so far, I believe. I've not seen another manager announced.
Yeah,
but I know, is it Michael Beale has been there? Yeah. I don't remember.
Ex-Newport manager, is he?
No, he's the assistant to Steve Gerrard Rangers. He went to Sunderland. So when he was at Sunderland, there was a Twitter account going, Sunderland fans should be grateful to have a manager as good as Michael Beale. Michael Beale shouldn't be at a club as small as this and all his things, really offensive stuff. Turns out that his company ran the Twitter account. It was him doing it, apparently.
Oh, nice.
He was defending himself all the time on Twitter.
Nice.
He was at QPR as well, I believe.
I don't know why I got him mixed up with then. Right. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your Christmas breaks. I don't know when people are back in work. They're starting the other. Enjoy time with your loved ones. Don't forget to check in on people that might need to be checked in on. It's really important. Something that we're quite passionate about on the channel, mental health and things like that. So, pick that phone up, drop somebody a text, and just make sure everybody's all right. But we'll be back. I'm not sure, to be honest. But Sai's got a video out tomorrow lunchtime, and then Rob and Luca from Stevenage, a podcast that he does for Stevenage, are back tomorrow evening. So tune in if you can. Like I said, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Top of the league.
Straight back up. Cardiff City.
This channel is powered by an incredible membership community on Cardiff City World and patreon.com/AcePodcastNation. Becoming a member unlocks exclusive rewards from early access to live event tickets, bonus content, and even the occasional inside transfer scoop when we get it. But more importantly, it allows us to bring you top quality Cardiff City content 7 days a week. Across those 7 days, we're talking match previews, exclusive interviews, instant match reactions, the breakdown podcast, tactical deep dives, the spotlight series, Bluebirds Rewind, Academy Focus, and just so much more. Led by myself, backed by an army of passionate Cardiff City fans, this is content created by fans, for fans, balanced, professional, and 100% all about the club we all love. If you enjoy what we do, then join the community today and support what we are doing as we help to keep Cardiff City World flying high.